Sportin Wales Podcast. Powered by Sinclair Group. Your go-to for Welsh sports news and views.
Hello and welcome back to the Sportin Wales Podcast. We are back again at the Brains Brewery, the Duke of Cambridge. This time though, we're not talking rugby. We are doing a season preview for the football season. I've got Anna and Callum with me.
Hey,
how are you guys?
very
well.
Okay.
How's the summer been?
Yeah, good. Really, really good. It's been a good summer for sport, I think.
Yeah, definitely. You've been away, Cal?
I've been away, yeah. I went to Montenegro with my little family. So, yeah, it's beautiful
Lovely.
out there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Lovely. Did we watch any of the World Cup?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been amazing. I think it's just cool seeing all the underdogs come through as well.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
been really exciting. And seeing some teams that you don't ever get to watch usually.
Yeah, Max and I, Max, our producer, is we watched the England-Argentina game at Ludo.
Yeah.
And Max did not have the best time. He's a big England fan. So
Well, I'm with him on that because I'm English. So, yeah, it was a rough time for England towards the end. I think we were all way too hopeful at the start as well.
Yeah. Did you watch much of it, Cal?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great tournament. The final wasn't the best.
No.
But I think the previous games were really good. And I actually pulled Cape Verde in the sweep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
great one to get.
Yeah, well,
That's amazing.
the sweep actually was you could have worse teams as well. So I was like, oh, I'm in for a chance here.
Yeah.
And then they really surprised me. So
They did so well against
yeah,
Spain.
They did.
smashed
but then
it.
it meant where they finished, I didn't win anything. So
Oh,
I was very boring. I had Sweden, like always out in the round of 16. So.
I had Haiti.
Well, you might have been worse.
So, yeah, I think I had the worst one. On Cape Verde, actually, did you see their goalie?
the goalie, yeah. Did you see his
Was
followers?
Was
the-
he?
Yeah, he's the oldest. I don't know if he's the
He was-
oldest player or oldest
I think he was
goalie to play.
Oldest at the World
Because
Cup,
he was
maybe.
40.
Yeah.
And he was like, did you see him crying?
Yeah, but did you see his followers? Like he had
Yeah.
3 followers. And then
It was like what you when you went to Love
It
Island.
was, yeah. Yeah. Literally come out overnight and had some followers. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's basically done his own little promo, hasn't he?
Yeah, he
That's
signed
it.
for a Chilean club, and they've like,
Yeah.
absolutely mobbed him at the airport
Oh,
as well.
did
When he was
they?
flown in as
Oh,
well. It's
amazing. I
He's
love
going to have
that.
a man deal soon, and he's
mate.
going to be all right.
Yeah, he's
It
gonna
was
be all
so
over it.
nice though. Like, so I think that's the thing about the World Cup. And obviously it's got loads of teams and everyone says every time like, oh, it's so hard to keep tabs on everyone and actually see good football in there. But I think those moments are more important anyway than just seeing amazing football.
Yeah,
You know,
particularly like Callum said, final was rubbish.
Yeah. Like I'd actually rather see the underdogs come through.
Definitely. Well, today on the pod, we are doing, as I said before, we're doing a little Welsh EFL season preview. We'll be going through Wrexham, Cardiff, Swansea, Newport, and having a look at their prospects for the season. We've obviously got Cardiff back in Championship. Anna and I did a little season review a few months ago. Heaps praise on Cardiff. Do you reckon they could stay up this time?
I think, yeah, maybe just consolidating would be best for them at this stage is probably what I'd say.
Yeah. And then Wrexham looking to get to the promised land, I reckon.
I think so. There's
Yeah.
a film coming. There's a Hollywood film coming.
They've been their TV show, Because the Wrexham's been renewed for 3 more seasons.
Yeah.
So the script writers have been in
It's
action.
there. It's written in the stars. So.
Yeah, they're working on some promotion drama, I reckon. But so let's crack on into it. We'll have a little recap of what's been going on, sort of from last season. So for those of you who can't remember what happened all those months ago before the World Cup, Wrexham just missed out on the final day of the playoffs. They drew 2-2 with Middlesbrough on the last game of the season. Swansea mid-table, boring as usual. No, I'm joking. I think they might be quite good this year. And then Cardiff, having been relegated to League One, bounced back with promotion, first time of asking. And Newport, poor old Newport, looked relegation favourites all season and survived with 2 wins from 2 at the end of the season. So we do have 4 teams still in the EFL. Whether that will stay by the end of this season, we'll find out. But this season, before we get started, a word for our brand new football sponsors, Tanners Cardiff. Ahead of this season, all our club football coverage is proudly brought to you by Tanners. They're a fantastic company with a heritage of over 50 years. In Cardiff, and are the Isuzu and Mitsubishi main dealer for South Wales, specialising in pickup trucks. So if you ever need a heavy-duty vehicle.
New car, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's coming.
Yeah. So visit Tanners to find out more, tannerscardiff.com to find out more about their services, and pick up a new pickup today?
I would love a pickup.
Yeah?
I'd really, really enjoy that.
Yeah, big car.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. But yeah, let's get cracking into it. Where better to start than Wrexham? As we become a little bit of a theme of the pod, I think Wrexham have kind of been quite quiet in the transfer market so far. Maybe some World Cup hangover. Not many clubs do much business while players are playing at the World Cup. But what do you make of their business so far?
Yeah, quiet. But then I don't know if that's a sign of are they backing their players. I don't know if they're happy with their squad and they only just missed out on the playoffs, didn't they?
Yeah.
By 2 points. So I think, are they happy and they want to just have another crack? Maybe, hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, they made a couple of decent signings. I think Danny Imre from Crystal Palace, right wing back, to replace Issa Kabor, who was on loan from Man City last year. He looks like a decent addition. Ben Whiteman, I always find quite interesting with Whiteman. He's had a bit of a scuffle with his old club, and Paul Heckingbottom, never shy to tell it how it is, was not that happy with him. I don't think he was angling for a move, which not really the done thing.
Yeah, I think he refused to play, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think
he did.
in the negotiation, I think he wanted to get. He wants to get in that film, didn't he? So
yeah, he wants the welcome to Wrexham treatment.
Yeah, he wanted that. So I think he refused to play, and it caused a bit of a stir, didn't it? So
yeah, I think his words were, as he's talking to BBC Radio Lancashire, was Heckingbottom. Ben knows there was a line I didn't want him to cross, and unfortunately he has. There's a valuation on him, and I just hope for Ben's sake that Wrexham are willing to pay it. Well, they did pay it. It sounds like it was about £3 million, so not a bad deal for Wrexham for a guy who's played, I think, something like 200 championship games and massively experienced player. Will be important for them. But yeah, I think a few notable players have left as well. Some sort of key culture guys in the early Wrexham days. Obviously, Paul Mullen's now left on a permanent deal. He obviously hasn't been very influential for the last couple of years, but it's interesting to see that he's dropped down a division, has been the first big star of that Wrexham team, I think.
A massive star. I think he led the way for a number of seasons, didn't he? So,
yeah.
But sad to see him go. But he didn't play much last season. Did he? He was out on loan twice. So
yeah.
I think maybe it's just the level that he's at the moment, but still a great player. And I think, still great to see him play. So
yeah, his stats tell the story really. He got 172 games for the club, 110 goals. Like those first couple of seasons when it was a real coup that they got him in the National League as it was then, and then in League One he was best player in the league for both those seasons. So,
by far, and it was just great to watch him play, and he he helped the team throughout the stages. So yeah, it's sad to see him go, but I think maybe time's up and it's time for him to move on. So
yeah, got a Deadpool film out of it after all. Yeah,
he's done all right,
actually.
He's got the followers. He's done all right, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
He's got good contacts now.
He does. Talking of contracts or contacts, your favourite player, Sam Smith, has signed a new contract with the club.
Yes, I know.
You loved Sam in our season review.
Yeah.
Was it his header, one goal of the season?
I think it was his header which got me. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think with Wrexham in general, it's like they are really good at getting young talent in.
Yeah.
And retaining that talent as well. And as you said with Mullins, it was just maybe it's time to go.
Yeah, I think you look at that squad, you're right. When they first came, when Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney first came in, they were signing more experienced players, but they've definitely brought that squad age down.
Come right down now.
And it looks a lot more streamlined now, I think, particularly in the attack. I like a lot of their attacking options. What was interesting, very nerdy thing, they overperformed their XG massively last year, so they were kind of a mid-table team on a lot of the predictions, and sort of outdid themselves in attack and defence and managed to get upwards towards the playoffs. Now, obviously, we've got this wrinkle with the Championship where there's an expanded playoffs now. So we've got 6 teams going into the playoffs. So if you come at 7th or 8th, you play a one-off game against 5th and 6th.
Yeah.
And then the traditional 2 legs against the teams that come 3rd and 4th. So I think there's a pretty decent chance that Wrexham do make it. Where do you reckon they'll finish this year, Cal?
They've got to aim for that top 8, and they
Yeah.
definitely, with the reconstruction of that, with the teams from 3 to 6 get a chance, just get yourself in that top 8, and then you just never know, do you? So you never know what could happen. So yeah, aim for that. I think it'd be a tough ask to get top 2 and go straight up, because the likes of West Ham coming down, that's a tough old gig. It's a tough championship, but get yourself in that top 8, and you just never know, do you? So
yeah.
Sinclair Group has been part of the motor industry for over 80 years, and we've never stood still. Because for us, it's not just about where we've been, it's about where we're going. We believe in progress, embracing innovation, investing in technology, and moving towards a more sustainable future for everyone. We offer new and approved used vehicle sales and service for some of the world's most forward-thinking motor brands. But our drive is always to the future. So whether you're starting your journey or continuing your legacy, visit sinclairgroup.co.uk. Belong for good.
I think there's a group of 5 that will be above the rest this year. So I think the 3 relegated sides, West Ham, Wolves, and Burnley, and then Middlesbrough and Southampton were a bit above Wrexham last year. They look like they're going to stay that way. If Wrexham can be the best of the rest below that, I think they'll be in with a great shout of a
get to Wembley and you never know, do you?
You never know. Well, they've had heartbreak and glory at Wembley over the years. So yeah. Who do you like for their player of the season?
There's a couple in there. There's, Josh Windass. I think he won it last year.
Yeah,
he scored
a great season.
17 goals maybe, or 15 in the league. I think, but for me, and I don't know if it's because I was a centre back in my day, but I just love Callum Doyle.
Yeah,
I think he's absolute world class.
He's a great signing last year.
So he's a ball playing centre back, and I think that you need that in that league now. So I think I just love watching him. I think that he's just be a real good anchor at the back. So I just love seeing him drive forward. So
Excellent. Were you a bit of a ball playing player?
I don't think so. I just love it. Get out my half.
It reminds me of me. I really like Ollie Rathbone in midfield as well. Missed a lot of the start of last season with an ankle injury, but came back absolutely flying. Scored 7 league goals in the second half of the season. He looks, if he can stay fit, which is always an issue, but he looks proper. The interesting one this week is that they've signed a new goalkeeper. Anthony Patterson's come in from Sunderland, so I think he will be an interesting one. He could slot in at number 1, but they now have Arthur Okonkwo, Danny Ward of Wales. So probably the Welsh fans listening will probably be like, "Can Danny Ward get a move, please, so he can play some football?" And obviously Patterson will probably be their number 1, so they've upgraded in that position as well.
8 million. 8 million signing.
A lot.
Yeah, it's a massive signing for them. So, which is strange because Wrexham fans might think why, but I think with Arthur and Danny, they are in their last year of contract this year.
Yeah, they are.
So you need, I think Phil is thinking, you need that security. If they've got their eyes on the Premiership, which they have, you need that. And he's the Premiership
they've
keeper.
They've got the money as well, don't they? It's not like
they've
got plenty of money. We've seen that with them over the past few seasons as well. Like, they will just put their money where their mouth is, which is nice. And it must be really exciting to be in that club because you're not thinking, I wish you'd spend money on us. It's like you can see as the fans everything that's happening and you can see all the money coming through. So.
Yeah, I think it was something like £30 million worth of players last year.
It's actually crazy.
It's slightly less in terms of numbers of players this year, but they've spent 8 million on Patterson, 5 million on Imre, sounds like about 3 million on Whitehouse as well. So it's a lot of money.
Yeah, 3.
I think the interesting thing with Wrexham is Phil Parkinson. So I put in our notes and predictions the likelihood of a change of manager this year. If it doesn't start well, how likely is there going to be pressure from the fan base that are used to getting promoted and the owners who are pretty relentless in their ambitions? How likely is it that they maybe look to, as is the way with the Championship these days, is like an up-and-coming foreign manager, like...
I'd like to say no. I would like to say no because look at what he's done. He's finished 7th in the Championship last season, back-to-back promotions. He's taken them from National League all the way up. So I'd like to say no, but you just never know that in this league. So I'd say no. I think he's done wonders. I do think he gets the backing from the Robin Ryan. So I think keep him and hopefully he doesn't have a bad start.
Yeah.
And hopefully it just flows and then he stays because I like him and I think he's doing well for the club. So.
Yeah. I think it is an interesting point because they've never done stagnation. They don't stay where they are. So I think if they were to say come 9th and just miss out on the playoffs again, then I think maybe there's an interesting conversation to be had there. But I think you're right. Like the first 6 months of the season, as long as they're on track for a top half around the playoff places, I think he'll be fine. Like Parky's been like probably the most important person to
100%
to Wrexham's rise 100%. To this point. So it takes a lot for them to, well, it would take a lot, you'd assume, to just cut ties and go, thanks thanks for the memories.
But then no one thought Paul Mullen would be leaving. Would
No,
they?
it's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Them all
And
the
he
way,
has
but-
upgraded Parky. Like there's so much turnover in that squad.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Yeah,
But
which
Mullen's
is good. It's a good sign. Like, he's doing
Mullen's
his job
kind of
right.
the last one left, isn't he? And from that early team, and it'd be interesting to see how Wrexham do. Let's move on to the other side that finished in the top half of the Championship last year, Swansea City. Now, compared to Wrexham, Swansea have been busy.
Yeah.
They've signed Ross Stewart, Stephen Welsh, Elijah Just. What's been going on at Swansea, Anna?
Yeah, because I think when you look at where Swansea finished last season, you'd probably think, oh, it's quite boring. A lot of fans were thinking maybe.
I think we chatted on the season review, didn't we, that they come 10th, 12th, 14th and 10th in the last 4 years, and it's like great that they're staying in the league, but are they looking upwards?
This is it, but I actually think now it is really exciting in terms of all the signings they've got coming in. And kind of linking back to Wrexham, I think what Wrexham needs to do is consolidate, which they haven't done at all, really. They've just been wanting to go up and up and up.
Yeah.
But you look at Swansea, and they've been doing that really well. I think, obviously, finishing 11th in the Champs last season was actually quite good in terms of where you'd expect them to be and where you want them to be. They've got Vipotnik as well. He's the top scorer, and they're keeping him. Hopefully.
Yeah, so
as long as no one poaches him.
Some interesting news is here. So Hull City, who got promoted to the Premier League, had a bid rejected by Swansea.
Yeah,
so
for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the word is that they've not quite met their valuation yet. So I think as the window goes on, they have signed Ross Stewart, who's a very good Championship
really
striker.
Good,
so they kind of future-proofed themselves.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I think they need to retain him.
Yeah.
I think, and
25 goals last season.
I know.
Yeah, because he's top scorer for the Champs now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's top scorer in the league.
I think as long as they keep hold of him, they'll do amazing. And I think he's also going to lead the team forward and provide a lot of confidence for the team as well.
Yeah.
But I know everyone's kind of checking the news all the time and being like, is he still with us?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. I really hope he stays. And I think he's definitely the fan favourite, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's interesting. Another sort of small part that could become a bit bigger is that they've signed this summer with a company called Jamestown Analytics, who are a company owned by Tony Bloom, who is the owner of Brighton and Hove Albion. And Brighton obviously have this very well-renowned scouting network and data kind of led recruitment. And Tony Bloom uses Jamestown Analytics as like a service that he provides to other clubs. So he only, because of like competition and stuff like that, he only works with one club in each league because otherwise there's like a conflict of interest. So they were with Ipswich last year. Ipswich got promoted to the Premier League, probably a good sign. They were using Jamestown and got promoted. And now Jamestown are with Swansea. And I think you can see in their signings that there's some interesting players being signed that maybe Swansea wouldn't have looked at before. I think you look at the wingers, Musa Yeo and Joseph Opoku, both European wingers, look very exciting. Particularly as like the wing has been a bit of a dead zone for Swansea for a while. They've had some great strikers like Vipotnik, but not many goals from the wing. So I think there's an interesting element there, particularly if we see more signings. If they get, say they sell Vipotnik for probably what will be a large amount of money, if they use that money to reinvest into the squad. So I think it'll be an interesting one to look out for.
Flipping the script,
for the rest of the rest of the window. But they have sold players already. They've sold Ethan Galbraith, right?
Yeah, they have. I think, but for me, it is that thing of like, I'd be retaining that striker because I just think it's the confidence in the squad as well. And when you lose your best striker, that is going to be tough. They've got really good signings though, like you said. They've got Elijah Just as well over from Motherwell. Yeah. That was 5 mil, I think, which is actually quite big for
It's pretty good
Swansea.
for Swansea. Yeah,
like that's kind of in Wrexham numbers nearly. So yeah, they are investing, which is good, and it's future proofing, I suppose, like you said.
Yeah, Just for those of you watching the World Cup would have seen Just scoring goals for the New Zealand side. So yeah, he's one of those players has sort of shown themselves on the world stage and can probably help Swansea out a lot.
Sinclair Group has been part of the motor industry for over 80 years. That's not just a number, it's generations of trust built on shared values, because family isn't just who you're born to, it's who you choose to stand with, and that's what matters to us. We offer new and approved used vehicle sales and service for some of the world's biggest motor brands, and trust, that's at the heart of it all. So whether you're starting your journey or continuing a legacy, visit sinclairgroup.co.uk. Belong for good.
I think there's an interesting part of Swansea. We talked about like the turnover at Wrexham. Massive amount of turnover at Swansea. You look at like Liam Cullen's left, long time Swansea Academy graduate has left for Leicester City. And I saw this stat, forgive me whoever tweeted it out, but there's only 4 players left in the Swansea squad who played under Russell Martin, and that was 3 seasons ago.
crazy.
Do you know that? Jay Fulton, Ben Cabango, Andy Fisher, who's a backup goalie, and Joel Cottrell, who made his debut for Swansea under Martin and hasn't played a game for Swansea since he's been on loan.
Oh, wow.
So you're looking at 2 first-team players there, and the rest of the squad is basically changed within 3 years. So they are obviously trying to get a squad together that can challenge for promotion. I think, like you said, Anna, keeping Vopotnik is key.
Yeah, I mean, we'd say that though, because we're big fans, aren't
yeah,
we?
we are
So
big fans.
maybe some of them are.
Ross Stewart's a good signing, mind. International striker.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He
he'll
is.
do well for them.
I think
Yeah.
Stewart and Adam Ida, who they signed last year, who didn't play very much because of how good Vopotnik was, those guys more than capable of banging in enough
I think
goals.
they're kind of hoping in a way that they're going to get their chance now.
I think there's a situation where they have really good seasons. Like Adam Ida looked very good at the end of last season when Vopotnik was being slightly rotated, and Stewart, like you said, Cal, his pedigree at that level is excellent. So
Ben Cabango at the back, centre back, unbelievable.
love Ben Cabango, great player.
So good. Yeah.
Where do you think they'll come this season then, Anna? Where do you think they'll finish?
I think I actually do think they've consolidated enough now, but I don't think necessarily they're going to go up. What do you think?
I really struggle to put like an actual number on it. I think they're going to come top half.
It's hard, isn't it?
Again,
Because I feel like
similar with
they've
last
been
year.
very predictable, and then actually this season it could shake things up with all their new signings. So, I don't think they're going to go up.
Yeah, I think if it all clicks and it all goes great,
Yeah.
we could see maybe 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
But I think more likely we're looking at like 9th to.
I think
12.
7th.
Wouldn't it be great
or
if the 2 Welsh
and they
Wrexham
played each other?
Yeah, in Wembley.
That would
Imagine
be
that. We'd get
crazy.
tickets for that, wouldn't we?
We'll try.
Putting it out now.
That's a mission for our new sponsors, Tanners. That is
That would be
tickets
amazing.
for the All Wales playoff final. You heard it
This is
first.
the thing though, like that's what it's all about, and that's why with Wrexham and everything, it's like, yeah, I know they want to keep going up, but they should just enjoy themselves while they're on this journey as well.
Yeah, definitely. Have you got an early shout for a player of the season, not named Vopotnik?
Cabango.
Kabanga. Yeah. Would we say Kabanga?
Yeah,
What
you
do you
can-
think?
yeah,
I feel like
I'm
that's
favourite-
predictable though.
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
only-
just a huge Kabanga fan?
He's played centre back like
He's
me.
played
so
amazing.
that's,
He has played amazing though, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's been ultra consistent.
But then I almost want to say one of the new signings because like we don't know how they're going to be either, and they've got some really good signings coming in. But I'd say like if you want to go predictable and you know that he's amazing, it's Ben Cabango.
Yeah, I like Marcus Stamenic in midfield as well. New Zealand international, played with Just at the World Cup. They look very good together then, so I think the new signing will bring the best out of him.
Yeah. Bit Potnick as well.
Yeah, and then Vitor Matos, like we were really impressed by him. He came in, I think Swansea were 19th when he came in mid-season, turned them around, has got them playing some nice football. I think one of the key things that he said when he first came in was like, I know this club is used to playing nice possession football, and he's got them back doing that, and I think the signings fit that nicely. I'm interested to know if Swansea can actually keep a manager for a whole season for once, because they used to be able to, and now I think they've been quite up and down and just trying to often, like we said, hire a manager to keep them up for 6 months, and then
He's got a long-term contract now, though.
he does so.
Yeah.
He does
So
till
they have backed him.
2030, I
Yeah.
think. And also he's performed so well so far, hasn't he? I think they'll keep him. I'd be really surprised now.
It doesn't really make sense for the squad every
No.
year. Like you said, with the
Yeah.
upheaval, you need some consistency.
You
in the manager,
do.
So
So yeah, hopefully if he lasts till 2030, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Because he signed that
definitely.
in June, I think. So yeah, fingers crossed.
yeah. Well, Callum, what if I told you that you could win a brand new car for 99p?
I would give you 99p.
Well, our partners at Vortex Competitions are giving away a brand new Volkswagen Golf R Black Edition, and tickets are as low as 99p. You can buy up to, I don't know how many you can buy. I think you can buy as many as you like, but they are 99p each, and you can potentially win up to £30,000 in instant prizes. So if you fancy that, visit vortexcompetitions.com to enter now. And hurry, because the competition ends on Sunday, the 23rd of August.
I've done it. I have. I'm in.
You're in?
£10 worth.
Right, good. Anna, you going
I'm gonna do
to buy some
20.
tickets? Oh, well, there you go.
And then I'll buy us all tickets to
Yeah,
see Wrexham
Yeah.
when they're in the playoffs.
Oh, you sell the car then? You're not going to drive it?
Drive us up there.
No, I keep the car
Keep the
actually, and I drive you guys because we'll get free tickets.
Yeah.
I'm manifesting it.
Nice. Yeah, so visit Vortex Competitions now and see if you can win a car. There's loads of great prizes on Vortex. They do loads of instant giveaways. They were giving away a Ferrari last month. So yeah, keep an eye on
It
that.
sounded like you said they've given me a Ferrari.
Well, you
Where
never
is it
know.
then?
If you ask nicely, they've got all
Let's
sorts of
see it.
stuff there. So yeah. So again, vortexcompetitions.com for all the prizes. So yeah. The third and final club in the Championship. Isn't it great to have 3 Welsh clubs
Brilliant.
in the Championship?
That's
We're gonna
so good.
We have 6 derbies. We start the season with Cardiff Wrexham at the Cardiff City Stadium. Let's talk Cardiff. Are they lucky to hold on to Brian Barry Murphy after such a good season?
I think so.
Yeah.
Very lucky. But I think he's happy to stay.
Yeah.
I think he wants to stay, which is great. I listened to a few interviews with the players, and they definitely said there's a massive change of energy since he started.
Yeah.
So which normally means he's happy to stay. So yeah, it's a positive, and I think fingers crossed they'll have a decent season.
Yeah. Sam, who we work with at Glamorgan, we've done lots of cricket stuff, and shout out Sam, he's a good lad. He's a Lincoln fan, so he's been utterly devastated by Michael Scabala leaving after they just pipped Cardiff to Champions of League One. So you can see that Cardiff probably would have had a few phone calls about BBM over the summer.
Yeah.
He's definitely got a long-term plan. You look at the age in that Cardiff side, he's definitely got a long-term plan.
He does,
so
yeah.
you'd like to think he's just going to stick at it, and then I might be hoping, but you'll see.
Yeah, I think he'll stay for the start of the season.
Yeah.
But he's been fantastic there. I think one of the interesting parts about a club coming up from League One to the Championship is like that style of play question. You look at like Ipswich, where under Kieran McKenna were able to adapt their tactics and got promoted from League One to the Championship and then did it again to the Premier League. Now, I'm not saying Cardiff are going to do that. Partly, I think we'll get onto it, but a lot of their transfers have been quite low key this year, and I think they're very much in the kind of stabilise position. But it shows that you can adapt with a similar squad and still win games. And I think we saw that a little bit with Cardiff. They've got a great counter-attacking team when they want to be, mixed with that possession. So I think if they lean towards the latter, they could be really good. I think, should we talk about some of the signings? Nathan Trott's come in. Jack Moylan as well.
Yeah.
Very quiet though
Very
this summer.
quiet, very quiet, which surprised me a lot. But it seems to be he's back in his youth, and it's such a young squad. Because I was shocked to see they haven't spent a bit too much money, but you don't know what's behind closed doors. You don't know what the reasons behind it. But I think with Ryan Winter leaving as well, I think that was a bit of a shock. I thought he would have been great to stay.
Yeah, it was really interesting that he put out a statement himself. He's now at MK Dons, obviously in League One. He said it was a decision that was completely out of my control. So it sounds like he would have stayed if Cardiff had offered him a new contract. So they're obviously looking to go in a slightly different direction. Ryan Wintle, very good on the ball, slightly less off it. I guess if Cardiff are going to have a lot less of the ball in the league, in the Championship, they're looking at a slightly different profile. But they've replaced it with Jack Moylan, who's a much more attacking player.
Yeah.
Who had a great start, scored on his debut to beat Swindon in the Cup.
Yeah.
So,
And he came from Lincoln, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah. So another one that's been poached off Lincoln, who Cardiff got pipped by them in League One last year. But yeah, I think Nathan Trott's a big one. He was really influential last year in goal.
Great to secure him full time, isn't
Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, it's been quiet for Cardiff, I have to say. I think you look at the young players that came through last year, there is now quite a bit of pressure on them to take another step up. We're so impressed with Dylan Lawler and the Colwell brothers and Kian Ashford and the like. They've now got to prove that they're Championship level again after a breakout year in League One, haven't they?
Yeah, I agree. And I think this year maybe just be about surviving. Stay out of the relegation. Just survive. Mid-table would be absolutely a real big achievement. But such a young squad. If they just gain some experience for the manager in the Championship, gain some experience and just build on that young squad, just survive and just keep in there for a couple of years and start building again. Then so that might be the plan.
Yeah, I imagine Craig Bellamy's quite happy that they haven't made that many signings because all those young Welsh players will still be playing lots of football.
So.
Sinclair Group has been part of the motor industry for over 80 years. And in that time, we've learned it's not just about cars, it's about the impact we leave behind. We believe in driving change, supporting the people around us where we live and work. Because when our communities thrive, we all do. We offer new and approved used vehicle sales and service for some of the world's biggest motor brands. But what drives us goes far beyond the road. So whether you're starting your journey or continuing your legacy, visit sinclairgroup.co.uk. Belong for good.
Yeah, I think the big one was Dylan Lawler. There was a question about whether there's enough interest in him this early that he might leave. But it sounds like all the noises that he's going to stay and have another season in Cardiff, which can only benefit Cardiff and Wales. So yeah,
I agree.
That'd be good. Where do we think they're going to come, and where do you hope they're going to come in the Championship this year?
I'd hope mid-table.
Yeah,
I'd be really happy with that. But I think they might be bottom half and just outside the relegation, which again I'd be happy because they're getting airtime, they're playing football, they're gonna play with these youngsters as much as possible. So I think just survive this year, build on that, and then see what happens in the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, I think kind of the ideal is 16th to 18th.
16th
yeah,
to 18th.
I was going to say 17th.
I'm not sure it's going to be the most comfortable season for a Cardiff City fan.
Yeah.
I think there will be times where they go on a winless run or two, but I think they will pick up enough points along the way. I think there are 5 or 6 teams that are worse than them.
They got some good youngsters, man. They got some really good players.
And it's going to work long term rather than just looking short term, which probably more what Wrexham's looking to do, isn't it? So,
and it does feel like they've got a slightly different approach now. Like we said with...
got building blocks, haven't they?
Yeah, like we said with Swansea, they have backed Barry Murphy to really kind of stay the long term, and I think you would hope it'll be tested at points this season, I'm sure, but you would hope that if they do go on a bit of a winless run, that they back their manager and they're not got itchy finger on the trigger to change. And
I really hope not. It's definitely a long-term plan for them, isn't it? So we'll see, though.
Yeah. Who do we like for their key player this season? Who's gonna stand out?
For me, it's Ruben Colwell.
Yeah.
I think they'll he was a little bit injured at the start of the season, but you keep him fit, and he's so young. He's only 22. But you keep him fit and he plays. He's just going to be the playmaker now, especially Winter leaving. I think he's going to step into that role of just playing around him, and I think he's a real talented player. So looking forward to watching him.
He finally get picked for Wales, I guess.
No, why, innit? Why?
I go to a lot of Craig Bellamy's press conferences, and I can tell you now he hates getting asked about Ruben Colwell. Just because it's the same question every time. So
he's only 22, mind.
Craig, he's playing really well.
Yeah.
Why isn't he picked?
Yeah, and his brother's not bad either.
Well, Joel has been fantastic.
Yeah.
So the Colwells would be really important. I think Salek as well.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah.
Having a striker who has scored at that level, was scoring when they were really in the doldrums a couple of seasons ago. Having a striker like that is really important for a club that we expect to come lower down in the table. So
I agree.
Ashford
those
as
three,
well,
Ashford a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think probably not the most comfortable season for Cardiff, but we're not so doom and gloom to say that they're gonna go down, are we?
I think as long as they can just stay where
Yeah.
kind of mid-table,
Yeah.
that'd be decent.
Right. Moving on to everyone's favourite club, Newport County. Now, I've done big research on Newport County this summer, partly because they've been so interesting. They have not had a quiet summer at all, guys. So Christian Fuchs, everyone knows Christian Fuchs from the Leicester City title win back in the day. It was 10 years ago now. It makes me feel old. But he resigned on June 27th, having kept them up. Came in halfway through the season. They looked like they were going to get relegated with 2 games to go. They won both those games. I remember we were talking about it on the pod, the Bobby Camwa goal at the 90 plus 19
Didn't
or something.
you give like a commentary on that?
Yeah,
I think I
it was
remember.
fantastic. Yeah, but unfortunately he's now left. He's gone on to Bristol Rovers. But Christian Fuchs resigned in June, and it all went quiet for a while. So it took a month to hire a new manager. Now, obviously, it's the summer, so it's not vitally important, but you kind of like to have a new manager in as early as possible.
It's nice to have one there, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be. But they replaced him with former Fulham under-21s head coach Hayden Mullins. Hayden Mullins, like Fulham under-21s, has been compared to their size as a Premier League club, have kind of punched above their weight at youth football for a little while, have looked pretty good. I think they won, forgive me if I'm wrong, the Premier League Cup, which is a youth team competition a couple of years ago under him. So he does have some pedigree. Similar, I guess, with Brian Barry Murphy, if you're looking at that route. BBM was very good with Man City, albeit like a lot bigger of an academy, but was very good there and is obviously taken that into senior football. And as is often the case with League Two clubs, they've been very, very busy. Lots of free transfers. The one I probably like the most is Harrison Biggins. He was on loan from Shrewsbury in the second half of last season. Was very, very good. Made a big impact. A few others just to list off, like Carl Cameron from Bromley. Got promoted with Bromley last year from League Two to League One. So
it's a good signing. That
very
is
good signing. He's already been named club captain as well.
Yeah.
So he'll be an interesting one. A couple of players from Forest Green as well. Christian Doige, Yaya Bamba. Bamba scored a brilliant goal on his debut against Wimbledon in the Cup. So he looks like, you might be getting some decent attacking numbers out of him. Yeah. Similar with my favourite name of anyone who's been signed by the Welsh clubs this summer, Shaquille Gwenge.
Nice.
Signed from Poole Town from the Southern League, which is 3 divisions below Newport in Step 3, I believe. But he scored 47 goals in the league last year for Poole Town.
If you can do that now, that would be great.
It's a real punt from someone who's been scoring a hell of a lot of goals in non-league. But if he can like...
He must be buzzing. Can you imagine him getting that phone call?
Yeah.
It's like Jamie Vardy all over again.
Yeah.
Well, he could be the next Jamie Vardy. So you heard it here first. Shaq, score some goals for us. Make us go viral with our shout.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And then, a few others. Cameron Norman from Tranmere. Dan Sassy from Blackpool. And a recent loan signing, Alfie Merritt from Bournemouth. They've lost a couple as well. I think key ones. Camwa scored goals at the end of last season, but was not that influential throughout. So not the biggest miss. I think the most important one was Matt Baker, club captain and centre-half, went to Notts County. They've obviously kind of replaced him like for like with Cameron. And a couple of others, Michael Spellman and Cameron Evans. I think the interesting thing with Newport in their current guys is it just survival, and is that the only thing? Because at the moment there's been so much upheaval, and you had the Fuchs resignation that has definitely put a spanner in the works of whatever they would plan before that situation. Now, did he resign because there were promises made when he joined that then changed once the season had finished and you're planning for next season and there wasn't quite the budget or whatever for the new season? But I think a good season for Newport is staying in the league still.
I think they're relegation favourites, aren't they?
They are the relegation
But sometimes
favourites.
that brings out the best of people.
Yeah.
When there's nothing to lose, they just go for it, don't they? So, and if they've had that uncertainty of not having a manager all summer, you might see some great football. So I'm hoping again. So it's very much heart and head. My heart says they're going to stay in the league. I think my head says they might need some
magic on the final day to help them out. I think, like I said, Harrison Biggins, I think, is going to be like the player to watch for Newport this year. If he can play every minute of every game, fantastic, because he is he's a player that should be like playing for higher honours than just avoiding relegation. Yaya Bamba again, another one who's like caught the eye early and could be a bit of a spark for a team that really didn't have many goals in it last year. I think the top scorer had 6 goals last year. So yeah, I think the interesting story this summer has been Matt Smith, not the actor, footballer. 19 caps for Wales, went to the 2022 World Cup, ended up in Newport in January, but was offered out for transfer this summer, put on the transfer list by Newport. No takers, no one fancied Wales international, and has come back into the squad and was on the bench and came off the bench against Wimbledon in the Cup. So there's a bit of whether there was a situation of breakdown of relationship with Fuchs and he wanted to leave, and it's back on with Mullins. He's one that you don't get many internationals in League Two, so having a guy like that potentially in midfield with Biggins could be massive for Newport. So yeah, that kind of redemption arc is there. I think if we're looking at Mullins himself, he's got to have a good start, because I think you're in a situation where you can't afford to have the slide that you see a lot of relegation clubs have in kind of February, March time, where they just can't stop losing games. And I think at that point, if they are doing that, there will be a change similar to last season when Fuchs came in. So fingers crossed that Newport can arrest the recent trend. But yeah, 22nd. They're gonna come 22nd again and stay up.
I'm happy with that. We'll take that, won't we?
We'll take that all day. So yeah, that was the 4 teams. I think we're also going to cover a little bit of Merthyr Town as well, who are in the National League as well. But so catch that on the Sportin website this summer. Vortex are getting behind Merthyr, so we're all Merthyr fans this summer as well. So thank you guys for coming. We'll have to have you back on in the future, talking some rugby maybe with Alex and Cuthy and Dylan
definitely
and stuff.
Get me on there.
And yeah, so thanks Anna, thanks Callum, and
Enjoy
the rest of the summer.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
You too.
Please like and subscribe on all the platforms. Thank you as always to Sinclair for supporting the pod, and to Brains for hosting us today. And yeah, Cuthy and Dylan and Gareth will be back with some pre-season rugby chat in a few weeks. So thank you very much and goodbye.
Sportin Wales Podcast, powered by Sinclair Group, your go-to for Welsh sports news and views.